Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm happy to be here to share some of my findings here, actually. And well, I'm born in Singapore, grown up in Singapore, so I don't speak much English. It's Singlish that I'll be speaking. So I hope you all don't mind of my accent. And let's start. So to me, Feng Shui is a science. Before I actually started it, I don't really believe what is Feng Shui. How can it be so coincidence, you know? So, but after much research, it is actually an ancient knowledge which can be acquired. That's what I do. So I believe all of you can as well. And knowing and understanding the patterns and rules will make you realize that it's very simple. But simple, I never say it's easy, you know? It's all about the law of nature, basically. Okay? And it's actually a simply study of nature and understanding the various patterns and rules. Of course, in the ancient Chinese, they wrote it in a different manner, which all of us find it mystic at this moment. But then understanding it, it will make you more clearer. And simple law of nature behavior that we need to know. Like you have summer, you have autumn, you have winter, comes the spring. And interpret the preaching of ancient Oriental studies. That's where I am. I read on the books of Feng Shui, books on YiJing, and things like that. Okay, understand the co-relationship of 5 elements, which the last speaker, Sarah, have mentioned, the 5 elements. And also understanding the yin and yang, which is very important. Afterwards, I'll do some illustration on the basic yin and yang, which is much more than what you think, just basically yin and yang. And application utilization through YiJing. So all of these said the knowledge that we know, but to apply it is actually mentioned in the YiJing, which in the Westerner they call it the Book of Change. And for Chinese is what we call the easy Bible, you know, a direct translation. Okay? And do anyone knows when is the last full eclipse that happens? No idea? I was filming the moon, and it happens to be so big, and suddenly, what happened to the moon? Gone. So it's on the 15th of June this year. Yeah. So I should have shown some pictures that I taken. But do you know when is the next eclipse coming on? No idea. But the astrologists will tell you. The people would make the full table of it, all of it, maybe until 2010, 2020. All of it, you have the dates, the time, the place. Why is it so? Because to us, it's a myth. We don't know this kind of knowledge. So same for Feng Shui. We not knowing it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's just that we need to get to know it, to understand, and then, well, it's just simple. You just read from the preaching, and it's that simple, okay? So what is Feng Shui? It's about gathering of qi. For me, I pronounce in a Mandarin form, qi. So there's a Cantonese pronunciation and also the Mandarin part of it. But for me, I prefer the Mandarin part of it. And as what the first speaker have mentioned, Christian, is about harmony, the energy. Everything has the energy, okay? And good Feng Shui equals the good gathering of qi, okay? Of course, bad Feng Shui, the opposing of qi. It's like what you say, you have turbulence, then you have problems. And every object has its own energy, every object. Every one of it. That's sure. A butterfly, this is done by a Russian, I would say, scientist, which he take the picture through a Killian kind of method. And you are able to show every object has some energy form. And an apple, okay, a key, your foot, a coin, a spanner. That's what I use normally. Okay. And the leaf. By the way, I'm an engineer by training, so I use this. So levels of energy. So in case of level energy, even for the same item, it can have different energy level at different stage. Okay, why is it so? Cooked corn and a raw corn, you can see the energy level is different. And also organic mushroom and commercially grown mushroom. And also raw organic tomatoes and also partially cooked tomatoes. So that's why some people are preaching you should eat things raw. That's the purpose, okay? And do you all know that cattle, deer graze along the Earth's magnetic field? Not researched by me. It's from the National Geographic. You can check this out. So, so why only cattle and deer? So this is also falls back to another kind of classification by the Chinese. Basically, the cattle and the deer to us is considered as yin kind of creature, or rather man and woman. Yang and a woman are yin. So for the cattle and deer, they are classified under yin kind of creature. Why is it so? Because they have two hooves. If you calculate the Chinese zodiac, so it will have all the odd animals with only the odd hooves or fingers. Very strange. You look strange. I will go into that. So let's look at the hoof of a cattle. 2. 1, 2. Deer, 1, 2. It's the same. And I believe you all know what is horse. Only one, right? You play the horseshoe is 1. So the horse is always a yang animal. And for the cattle and deer are the yin. Why we say yin in a way that for the yin creature are more sensitive to the field, and they are more passive, just like woman, female. If the husband flirt, the female will sense it, you know. But if the wife flirts, the husband will be the last one to know. Okay? Okay. Next, environment can have an effect as well. Okay? So, experiment done by Mr. Marusu of Imoto from Japan. It's about images, the various images of water crystal. Okay? So first, the crystal frozen after hearing Beethoven's pastoral music. Okay? This is how it looks like. And for water crystal that is frozen under the words shown, love and gratitude, it looks like this. And let's look at more. This one, it doesn't form like a water anyway, because it is presented to the water world. You make me sick, I will kill you. So the water forms like this. So we have to do good things to the water, you know. And distilled water without a label is but influenced by electromagnetic waves. It will look like this, a bit out of shape. Huh? And for the same water, if you label it love and gratitude, at the same time influenced by the electromagnetic waves, it will form a nice water crystal. Okay. And the next one, if the water is shown an NHK video on live, this is the crystal will look like. Okay. And water also hears, you know. So sometimes you have to be careful of what you speak to the water before you drink. Okay, 3 languages of wisdom are read and a result of what the crystal would look like. And the first one in Japanese, okay, the crystal will look like this. The other one in English will be like this. And the other one in German, you pronounce in the German, it's like this. So all this is not done by me. It's done by some scientists in Japan. Okay, I'm just taking what his research to make aware to the public. Okay, what does all the previous slides actually meant? So it actually shows all things at different level, different material has an energy and it vibrates. Okay. Well, energy in water can be cultivated. As you see, different water, here different things form different crystal, okay? And humans are made of 70% water, you know. So always the motivator will say, feel positive, speak positive, text for purpose, okay? Otherwise you look like the crystal that I showed you just now. Okay. Management of energy field within a home is important. That's why I showed that magnetic waves that the cattle and the deer align themselves with, because these are where we are, because we are not so sensitive to this kind of magnetic waves, and we sleep as we like. So sometimes it may be bad. Fortunate, you'll be good. Unfortunate, then you'll get the bad things, then some problems may arise. Okay, what does all this have to do with Feng Shui? This is the most important part. Okay, different orientation will give us different energy level. That's why where the Feng Shui master will be here to align, to check your directions and things like that. So this is basically based on the ancient preaching to put it in practical. Okay. And since humans are consist mostly of water, receiving good energy is important. We don't want to sleep in a place where it's bad, and then how much time do you all sleep? I sleep 8 hours, so 1/3 of my days are on the bed. So to me, two important things: your office seat and your bed. These are the two important places. The rest of the places, bad Feng Shui is fine. You'll be there for a couple of minutes or some hours is fine, but the office space and your bed, it has to be a good one. Okay? And symptoms of stubborn illnesses are most likely signs of bad Feng Shui. This is based on my, I would say, research, that some of my friends, they're having problems with sleeping, with some illness, where they say, I went to the doctor, I went to this doctor, I went to that doctor, I went to 5 doctors, still can't cure me. I said, okay, let me take a look. And when you take a look, using the compass, you'll find that, hey, something is wrong. So you adjust it. Well, it's better within the weeks. He's fine. So this is the kind why I say I don't believe in the first place, but somehow as studies goes, and I need to prove why these are this way. Okay? Okay, now we go into the practical part, a little bit of illustration. In the Chinese, we always say the yang is symbolized by the symbol plus, and the yin are symbolized by minus, plus and minus. Same for us. I don't know whether you realize that men, when the shirts goes from left side over the right, women will have shirt with right side over the left. Have you all realized it? Yeah. So in the Chinese, left is yang, right is yin. So when the left over the right, yes, male shirt, and the right over the left is female shirt. So it will not be nice if I wear one with the right on top, you know. So next time when you choose a shirt, you have to be careful. Okay, so same thing, the yin and yang, two together. So when you have two like poles, repel. Just simple magnetic laws. Like poles, repel. The other one, unlike poles, attracts. Simple as that. So the basic of Feng Shui start from this, and from there you branch off to be more complicated. Okay. So, for example, this higher side will be yang, and lower side will be yin. So this simulates like the sky, heaven is plus, and the earth below, near the earth, is minus. Later on, I'll have more explanation on this. So can I break up the line just now into these 5 small little pieces? I can do that. And from there, you have plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So you see the same thing. It's just that you break up into pieces. And what does that mean? I can arrange it that way as well. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces as well. Okay? And that's where I think Christian was mentioning about your ancestor. Okay? You normally bury, for the Chinese, we normally choose a good Feng Shui place. Normally the back of the Feng Shui place will be the mountain. Why does the back of the tomb have to be the top of mountain? Why can't I do it the other way around? So this is the explanation actually why. So the top is plus, the bottom is minus. Okay, so as I told you just now, I break it into 5 pieces. So it forms like this, still 5 pieces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you buried your ancestors, you bury him like this. For the head, pointing the top of the mountain. Why? Because here, the head for the Chinese symbolizes yang, the top part. So it coincides with the earth and it coincides with the side. Okay? So this, he will go in place of this bottom piece. So it connects with the earth. That's the scientific approach that I have come up with. Okay? And okay, same for the building. Not all houses are built on flat ground, you know. It's best, of course. But sometimes you live on a slope and you have to face sideways to get a good orientation. Right? In this case, to build a house, of course, you need to level the house. I don't think anyone would want to build a house with a slanting foundation. Okay, so a house will look like this. And the same thing, when you are inside of the house, looking out, same like me, I'm looking out. So on the left side will be plus, and on the right side will be minus. Okay, so this is a good Feng Shui. You don't go the other way around, where the right side is on the higher ground. Then you have more happenings in your family. Okay. Okay, now I come to another aspect of it. This is a trigram. It can simulate different directions, okay? And it can simulate many, many other things. I'll show you later. So first we'll talk about Qian, which is the most young trigram. And then I'll talk on the Kun, which is the earth, simulates the earth, okay? And also others. The other two will be Li Gua and Kan Gua. These will be the other two. Let me go into this because some of you may not know what is this all about. What are these broken lines and continuous lines all about? Okay, these tables are representatives of Bagua. Okay, it can mean many things. Like just now when you see the symbols, the 8 are here, but that each one of them simulates many things. Like for example, the Qian Gua, it will be number 1. Okay, in binary it's 111. This is the words Qian, and what does it mean? It's the creative, it's the form, and it also simulates the sky. Okay, and northwest is the direction, and it simulates father, it simulates head, it simulates strong, and so on. You can go on, never ending, because for us, the Bagua actually simulates everything that you can classify them into. Okay, so same for 8 of them. So I will discuss, I think I'll discuss Qian Gua as a main. I can talk 3 days for this all alone, but I don't think you all want to know that deep. So and Kun Gua, these are the first 2 important relationships that you need to know. Okay, and also fire and water. Okay, these are the 4 Gua that I will be discussing because these 4 are very simple for you all to understand and easy to digest. Sky, earth, water, fire. simple nature phenomena that you will know. Okay, so the first one I go will be Tai Gua. Is actually illustration of one of the 64 hexagram. Okay, this is Earth. Okay, what we call the Kun Gua, and then we assimilate it by a negative sign, and heaven is symbolized by these three continuous lines, because for us, broken lines are yin and full lines are yang. Okay, this is how it goes. So assimilate like this. So in other words, this in the hexagram is what we call Tai Gua. Okay, why is it so? Why is it Tai? Because Tai means peaceful and greatness. How come? I can draw another symbol, and say this is Tai Gua. I mean, there will be a lot of theory behind. So basically, Earth have to come down. Earth is down, below us, never on top. Okay, unless you see in the Avatar, in the movie, the Earth is on top. Okay, then you have heaven. Heaven is supposed to go up. Okay, so when these two goes up, or rather these two arrows pointing at each other, what does it mean? It means attracts. Okay, the basic yin and yang attracts against. And then I'll look into the other half of the Gua, which is the opposite of these two. I'll turn this around, and then heaven on top, and plus, and earth below, minus. Okay, so I turn this around, like this. But this Gua, the meaning of this Gua change. This is peace, greatness, and this becomes standstill and selfish person. What is this? It's the same thing. To me, it's the same thing. Huh? One on top, one below, doesn't make any difference. But there's a, how should I say, there's a reason behind. Okay, so when these two arrows, the heaven go up, the earth go down, so the two arrows are opposing. So they separate. When things separate, they don't gather. When they don't gather, you don't have the energy. Okay? So I put it another way. If you compare it with the nature, so the nature here, this simulates the sky and this simulates the earth. So when you have like this, okay, this attracts, this attracts. So this Gua, because Gua basically represents the happenings in between the heaven and earth. Okay, so when you are in line with the nature, you are all right. It's good. Okay, and the other one, you compare with the nature, it is not. It is actually repelling. So when you have repelling, it obstruction, and of course it simulates not a good happenings. Now we look at another one. This is what we call the YiJing Gua, which is cohesiveness after completion and already done. What does it mean? This forms by Chu Gua as well, which is the fire and the water. The water and the fire is easy for you to understand. Water, yin, fire, yang. Okay? So when this thing goes, the water, do you see water flying up, or rather flowing upwards? No, always flowing downwards. Okay? So, and fire, you see fire rise, you don't see fire burning below. Huh? So in that case, same thing. It attracts. So in this case, when you have this Gua form as fire and water, it's good. Okay? And let's look at the next one. The same thing. I reverse it. Okay? So you have fire at top and water below. So what happened? The fire goes up, the water stays down. But then when this thing goes opposing, so it's not a good Gua. So in the Chinese, this means good, non-cohesive, and this is cohesive. So this is the difference. So to me, the hexagram is simple to understand in this basis, okay? And of course, you compare it with the nature, this will be the forms of it, okay? Well, and any questions? I timed myself just nice. Left 4 minutes left. So maybe I want to give an example of a real case that I have actually encountered. It's actually one of my colleagues. Well, we sleep in the dormitory where it's given to us, and then we sleep. But somehow his health is not in a good form before we move into this house. And after 1 month, he have a real serious gastric, and he had to go back to his own country to do a checkup. And during the course, he actually vomit blood from there. And well, I, being the unfortunate one, taking over his place to sleep on the same place, same bed. And after 5 months, I got a stomach acid reflux as well. So I was seeing doctors everywhere, and it's like, no, you got nothing wrong, everything good, good, good. I say, how come? Good, how come I have this uncomfort in my stomach? It's crazy. So, well, being a researcher of Feng Shui, I said, wow, maybe there's some connection behind. So I take a look at the place where I sleep, where the direction is. It's actually conflicting. So that's why I got this same disease being at the same place with my colleagues. So, of course, I know what to do, so I shift my bed to the best position I have. Well, in 2 weeks, no more medication. I'm finished. No more illness for me. So this is my personal experience that Feng Shui, in case of you do encounter any stubborn illness. That means when you go to a doctor says, no problem. Every check is fine, but what's wrong then? Well, you are not aligning yourself with the magnetic field. No? We are not cattle or deer, so we are human. So we need someone that knows the tricks and able to do the work. Okay? Well, I have 2 minutes left. Anybody have any questions? Yeah.
How does the influence of traditional Chinese jade come into the balance of health and the environment?
Sorry?
Jade.
Stone, jade, green.
Stone, gemstones. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So what the gentleman says was that how does the gems actually sort of influence?
Yes.
Yeah, influence in the Feng Shui in environment. Okay. Basically, the stones are by itself, well, the stone don't crystallize overnight, you know. So it crystallizes thousands of years or millions of years. So that have a certain level of energy. And with the different colors, actually different associate with the different gua and directions will give you certain energy that you need. So putting them at a specific place or the place that you want, then it will help in that sense. Yeah. So does that answer your question? Yeah, because to me, it's just a stone, you know. Yeah. For me, as a pure science researcher, it's just a stone. You don't need to have a germs, but well, you need to have that color or whatever it is. So for me, it's just a matter of combinations. Like you need to know yourself what code that you are on. Each of us will have the 5 elements, whether the yin-yang, the yin side or the yang side. So all of us can be classified under 10 different elements. And then how you're going to make yourself better, or when you're over energetic, you need to calm yourself down. What do you need to do? So you need to understand yourself, and then you can do your remedy yourself. And that is where the Bazi come about, where you need to know yourself, what is in you, in order to do the right things. You don't take. I don't think you will take Panadol for gastric pain, you know. So it's a different medicine after all. So you need to get the right medicine for the right illness. Okay? Any more question? No question? Finished. Okay. See you.